Since the year 2010, I've always wanted to record. Always. I've always wanted to record. I had a channel back then called 357 Dark Wolf. And the Dark Wolf was capitalized, people. And you're wondering why I call this video a message to Phil himself. To the King of Hate. Phil, I have no respect for you anymore. That respect is gone. You still cling on to the fact that you were a Machinima Respawn director when they got rid of all that shit. Means nothing anymore. Lay down and let that die. Phil, you've been deleting my truthful comments aimed at you. You wanna know why I think you're doing that? You wanna know why I'm doing that as well? It's because you're afraid, Phil. You have no soul. You're a manipulative person. That shit with John Rambo, that whole shit with your ex-friend John Rambo that happened, showed me that. Phil, I have no more respect for you, and I never will. I mean, look at your sub base. It's dwindling, Phil. This whole success that you had, sorry, a little bit of a stammer, is gone. There ain't no bringing it back, Phil. There never will be. Phil, for the love of God, if you have dignity, which I doubt, you will end this shit now. But I doubt you are. So if you're not going to listen to somebody that used to look up to you as an inspiration, then I'm going to let the crowd of angry nerds and trolls do it. Phil, I'm done. I'm done. You're no longer an inspiration for me anymore. I mean, you're not the inspirational for the rants, but people like you that aren't manipulative, like fucking SSOHPKC, CNARS before he went only to stupid shit like Gmod. Those guys were my inspiration to do shit like this. They will always be my inspiration. You, after you masturbated on a live stream, showed me that you are not worth saving. You're already too far gone, Phil. For that, I'm sorry, but I just can't do this. I just cannot follow in the footsteps of a man whose head is up his own ass 24/7. I can't believe I modeled my Let's Plays and shit after you. Phil. And I know you're going to trash me in a live stream while watching this. I don't care. Because you know deep down that I'm correct. That you're a shell of your former self, Phil. And those who looked up to you and do what I did just can't anymore. We're sick of it. Phil, you need to stop. You're no longer an inspiration for me. That shit's already gone. That ship has sailed. I modeled my YouTube gaming part after you. And so many others. I modeled it after them. I don't care if you even see this ever in your life or when you're on your deathbed. I used to be a fan of you for various reasons. That's because even if you fucking sucked at a game, you know how to power through. You never knew when to say quit. Now it's just always say quit and die. Whatever happened to you that made you be this way, my words ain't gonna save you, Phil. It's gonna take the thousands of angry fanboys and trolls to beat it into you. I will never look up to you as an inspiration. The only thing you give me inspiration for is to avoid being like you. It pains me to say this, man. I'm sorry. And to the Phil fanboys, I hope you can understand this. That I just can't anymore. I've modeled my whole YouTube shit from people like Phil. I've modeled it after people like Phil. And sadly, to see that one role model, that is Phil, go to such lengths to destroy himself, makes me disown him. I don't care if he somehow magically gets my Skype. I don't care somehow magically if he starts looking at my videos. Phil, I'm sorry, but I just can't model my shit after you anymore, Phil. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Phil, I'm sorry, man, but for you being an inspiration to me, that's gone. That's never coming back. You've successfully destroyed yourself. Pure and simple. And in the end, Phil, I have one question. Is it really worth it in the end? Just to destroy yourself? Is it? I don't give a fuck if you trash this video. I really don't give a fuck. I can't believe I looked up to you, man. You were my fucking hero. One of them that got me into the whole recording my shit. You were a hero of mine, man. And to see what happened to you, you're far beyond being saved. I can't do this anymore, Phil. I can't. No longer I'm gonna model myself after you. I'm ending it. The other ones that I modeled and inspired me, they're the only ones now. And it hurts me to take you off that list. And I know you're not gonna care until your head is so far up your ass. You're gonna be wondering what the fuck happened. You happened, Phil. You becoming the horrific person that you are. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry, Darkside Phil. I'm done. I'm done. People of the fucking internet, there's your reason why I'm trashing him. He used to be an idol to me. He was one of my idols. And to see him go down this path to hell, it just pains me that I followed a person like that. Phil, I know you're not going to care to hear this. I know millions of other YouTubers are going to share this shit to you. Phil, I'm sorry. I'm no longer following you. This destroys me as much as it's gonna fucking destroy you. And I know it. And I'm prepared for the backlash that comes, Phil. I am. You're not. You masturbated on your live stream. You fucking manipulated people. And for fucking what? I'm sorry, Phil. This is goodbye. And if you ever contact me, I'm getting a restraining order. Darkside Phil, this is the end of you being my idol. This is the end, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Phil. I don't want to hear you on my channel. I don't want to see your comments. Even if you fucking do trash me in your live stream, you know deep down that I'm fucking right. But I'm not going to be the one accepting your apology when that happens, Phil. This is letting go for me. I'm sorry. It has to be this way, Phil. No longer am I going to model my gaming shit after you. It's going to be focused on the other ones that inspired me to do it. You're just the sad, pathetic person in the corner who's just going to destroy himself. You know it and I know it. It may take you a while to realize that, Phil, but when that day comes, I'm not going to be there to tell you. Am I correct? Right there? I'm not going to do it. Goodbye, Phil. Goodbye to one of my biggest inspirations. And if you fanboys have a fucking problem with it, take it up with the court. Because I'm not slandering Phil. I'm giving y'all a good enough reason why I trash him now. And if it ain't good enough for you, it's cool. Whatever. I don't care. Goodbye, Phil. I hope to never hear from you or ever speak to you. This is goodbye and a big fuck you. Can't believe I modeled myself after you, man. I can't fucking believe I did that. I can't fucking believe I did that. And all it took was your shit to make me realize that.